So I'm just okay, folks. I'm back. This is Acid Roots, and we've got more of Super Mario Bros. 3. So I was thinking about this game as it's pretty clever, but I wonder what people thought of these concepts back in 1990, because this is before the internet. This 1990 was very much a distant time ago. That's almost 30 years ago. What people thought about fireballs coming out of the ceiling and stuff. I don't know what people thought about fireballs in general. That was normally just something that you saw in I can't even think of where you might have seen a fireball concept before that, but luckily it worked. And it's kind of the same thing, when I play Earthbound today, I kind of see the humor in that game a lot different, and which I see so much things that just have never been done before. It's just like seeing a movie where the sense of humor is so different. That's kind of what this game is. Now we're used to it, and we can predict the flow and the execution and the nature of the game, but 26 years ago it was just right on par. I definitely think people would give this a 10 out of 10 were it to be back then, if we had the knowledge we do now. But that's just what makes it. It's one of the main reasons I'm so addicted to two-dimensional gaming, is just because, without it, we would just miss out on a lot. There's just so much that's going on. We're very military minded. Most video games now have some weapon that you shoot, and you just can't imagine a controller without a trigger button anymore. But back in the days of Mario, it's just like you just jumped on the enemy's heads. So, but this is not the only reason. I just appreciate these sorts of games more. I would probably say I am an old school gamer, but I would like to definitely branch out to the PlayStation, just depending upon what games there were. So that's kind of the thing, is I'm curious if the PlayStation had two-dimensional games, because I've owned Street Fighter Alpha 3 for a long time, and the difference between that game and Street Fighter 2 for the Super Nintendo is that, the animations are that much more vivid. The PlayStation, I think, would be the true master of two-dimensional gaming, were there to have been more games. And I guess a shining example of that would be Castlevania Symphony of the Night, even though I haven't played it. So I'm thinking about buying Super Castlevania this summer, and Lakitu has gotten a lot more clever. If I didn't mention that, the way he throws these enemies, they kind of have a slant. Before he would just kind of toss them out, but now they actually can move in directions. It was pissing me off when I played this game, when I was recording the gameplay, but it's just an extra way that Nintendo was kind of, it was just that the essence of it was conniving, but so, but really, forgot what I was talking about. Yeah, the PlayStation was pretty much ready to go, but I'm just not so sure about what games I want to play on the PlayStation. So I'm thinking I could probably beat Crash Bandicoot, and I might be able to beat Metal Gear Solid, but I'm just not so sure about the other ones. This really varies. But there's definitely a boatload of Super Nintendo games I'm thinking I could beat. I definitely want to try some more. But, this whole experience with Super Mario Bros. 3 hasn't been the most pleasant. You definitely, I'm going to see myself having to beat this game another 3 or 4 times just to get to the point where it's second nature, which, really, to a real gamer, beating a video game once does not mean that you can do it. I mean, I beat Super Metroid last fall, and I'm not so sure I could beat that game again just because of the wall kicking stuff. And I mean, it's definitely something I'm going to have to return to at some point, but I just don't know when. So, this is a game that I have to just get used to in total. Because I mean, let me tell you, you know, if you have gamer friend, or if you don't have gamer friends, it's really pointless trying to beat this game with 2 players. Because I just don't see casual gamers being able to beat stages like this. I am not a casual gamer, and I can't do it. So really, you know, most people are gonna get to World 3, get bored, and turn it off, which I think is pretty apt prediction. But Super Mario World would obviously be the better choice. But I don't just want to complain about the game, but I do understand how it works. Yoshi's Island's also another one. Alright, the only thing left, we've cleared out World 5. The castle is final. Subscribe for more fun.